The NFL playoffs are better with FanDuel because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus and present in select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Getaway Day, Friday, January 10th, 2025. Born on this date in 1898, inventor Waldo Simon of Demopolis. He turned PVC into the plastic that's used so much today. And in 1938, Hall of Fame first baseman Willie McCovey of Mobile. Today is National Houseplant Appreciation Day, and I swear I don't make these up. Now, this one might make you feel extra bad if you put your houseplant on the porch yesterday to get a little sun and left it out overnight. Governor Kay Ivey has put 37 Alabama counties under a state of emergency today because of threats associated with ice, snow, sleet, freezing rain, slushy mix, poor driving decisions, and prolonged below freezing temperatures. It's a great day to stay home, honestly. I hope y'all are warm, happy, and safe. Check al.com/weather through the day for updates. Today we have an update of sorts on medical cannabis, another pre-filed state bill, this one regarding a church organization's tax status, a sweet tea story, and a little Alabama not too distant history for you. We have a little piece on Visionland. My name's Ike Morgan and we're down in Alabama. It seems like a long time since Alabama passed legislation that set up the framework for a medical marijuana industry that still hasn't come to be. Now, it's been so long. Have you had to Google, is medical marijuana legal in Alabama, just to make sure you were remembering correctly? I mean, was it a crazy dream? No, it was not a dream, particularly to those whose REM sleep is repressed. The Compassion Act passed in the spring of 2021. People have started college and earned their degrees faster than the Alabama medical cannabis industry could germinate. AL.com's Mike Kaysen reports that right now, lawyers are in court-ordered mediation to try to get beyond a current legal impasse. Now, if you recall, conflict bloomed over the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission's issuing of business licenses to those who will cultivate, process, and dispense the product. Some companies that didn't make the cut for licenses are claiming that the commission isn't following the law. The commission disagrees. And the courts have shut down the process while that's being litigated. Right now, some licenses have been issued, but they're hung up over dispensaries and integrated companies. And that's where we are after 3 efforts to issue licenses in 2023. Specifics of the mediation are confidential, but Commission Attorney Mark Wilkerson said he thinks progress is being made in there. Another pre-filed bill for the coming Alabama legislative session is a measure that would exempt the Alabama State Missionary Baptist Convention and its local associations in good standing from paying local taxes, reports AL.com's Heather Gann, which sounds really, really specific. That's just, one faith organization that this bill is being written for. The bill's sponsor, State Representative Philip Ensler, a Montgomery Democrat, said that's because the Alabama Code requires such local tax exemptions to be granted individually. He said he'd like to eventually see the ability to grant tax exemptions more broadly, quote, where maybe all churches or religious nonprofits are exempt, or if they reach a certain threshold of how much charitable and community work they do, end quote. Note that religious organizations are, of course, exempt from federal taxes, but have to be granted local exemptions. If you were paying attention, you might have heard us drop a quick Price is Right reference here on Down in Alabama this week. We don't do that every week. I wanted to say now that it was not payback for that show, including an Alabama sweet tea, in an episode that originally aired this past Friday. There will be no ethical lapses on my watch, dadgummit. AL.com's Howard Koplowitz reports that a contestant accurately identified $3.99 as the current price of a gallon of Milo's sweet tea. She did not go on to win the Now and Then game, however. Of course, years ago, Milo's tea spun off from Milo's hamburgers and is its own company. Milo's originated in the Birmingham area. We're going to take a really quick break so we can afford to pay the propane guy this month. It's going to be tough. When we return, Alabama Karama Body is going to tell the story of Visionland. Y'all stay with us.
Hey there, Ryan Reynolds here. It's a new year, and you know what that means. No, not the diet. Resolutions. A way for us all to try and do a little bit better than we did last year. And my resolution, unlike big wireless, is to not be a raging and raise the price of wireless on you every chance I get. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
Hey, thanks for hanging with us, folks. Here's Amanda Karamabody on Larry Langford and the rise and fall of Visionland.
Fairfield Mayor Larry Langford was a bold visionary, known for his ambitious plans to transform his community. At the heart of his grandest vision was Visionland, a 70-acre amusement park intended to anchor a broader project that included a shopping outlet and a $90 million aquarium called Vision Quest. But the dream quickly fell apart. The aquarium was never built, and the shopping outlet, Watermark Place, became a ghost town. Convicted of bribery, fraud, and money laundering, he was sentenced to prison. Still, his charisma and promises of economic revival inspired 11 municipalities to form the Amusement and Public Park Authority, borrowing $90 million in taxpayer funds to make Visionland a reality. The park opened in 1998 with Rampage, a wooden roller coaster billed as Alabama's largest. Visionland drew almost 500,000 visitors in its first year, and officials claimed $2 million in profits. The reality was far grimmer. An independent audit revealed Visionland had lost $1 million in its debut season. Troubles mounted when a child was ejected from the hurricane ride, leading to bad press. Langford responded by firing 2 seasoned park managers and replacing them with a retired FBI agent as general manager and a 27-year-old accountant as director of finance. Under this leadership, Visionland made disastrous investments in 2 attractions. The $5 million Wild River Gorge Rapids ride suffered repeated safety issues, with rafts overturning in 3 separate incidents. In one case, passengers were trapped underwater for almost 30 seconds. The ride was shut down for years. The $1.5 million Dino Domain exhibit failed to attract visitors and was abandoned after 1 season. The park stopped payments on the attraction entirely. These failures cost Visionland $7 million, while operating expenses soared by 8. By the end of its 2nd season, the park faced $9 million in losses and owed millions to vendors. Desperate for a lifeline, Langford sought help from Cedar Fair, operators of Knott's Berry Farm. But after just 1 month, they withdrew, citing financial instability and delays in the park's companion projects. With no viable leadership, Visionland descended into chaos. Major attractions were closed, riders were stranded on Rampage, and the dinosaur exhibit was shrouded in black plastic bags. A new management company stepped in mid-season, and the park narrowly avoided bankruptcy, but Visionland's future was bleak. In its 3rd year, attendance dropped further, and the park faced $5 million in operating losses and $4 million in lawsuits. Dynamation, the creators of the failed Dino Domain, was the largest creditor. Langford relinquished control of the board, and the city of Bessemer took over park operations. With $100 million in debt, Visionland was in dire straits. The park couldn't afford to turn on its lights, let alone reopen, without emergency funding. Bessemer City advanced $1.2 million to allow the park to open, but only the water park operated. Attendance plummeted to just just 30,000 visitors. Unable to escape its crushing financial burdens, Visionland filed for bankruptcy in its fourth and final year, leaving a trail of unpaid creditors and millions lost in public funds. The end of the park's tumultuous chapter culminated in its sale to Southland Entertainment for $5 million, just a fraction of the construction cost. Visionland was renamed to Alabama Adventure, marking an end to its turbulent beginnings. Thus ended a dream that promised so much but delivered little more than debt and disappointment.
Thank you, Amanda. Thanks to everybody for taking the time to listen to us. Now, if you have extra time with a snow day today on your hands and didn't listen yesterday, well, Rebecca Griesbach of AL.com's Alabama Education Lab was on the show to talk about the CHOOSE Act and ESAs. Students and parents in particular might want to listen in. Now, y'all stay warm out there and take care of each other. Spring break will be here before we know it, or spring gobbler season, or spring football, whatever you celebrate. We'll be back here bright and early Monday. Until then, we're open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week on the internet. Y'all come see us at AL.com.